Welcome to the WISM Service Platform tutorial for consultants. Through this introduction to the WISM Service Platform, you will learn about the consultant profile and ways to update your profile. You will also learn how to follow up and report on the service requests you are assigned to. Part 1. Your consultant profile. Before we start, a note on the different roles. There are a number of roles on the WISM Service Platform, and each role has different responsibilities. These can be categorized into groups. 1. Thematic or service team leads or members. 2. Consultants Management Team. 3. Consultants. 4. National Scout Organization Administrator. 5. Administrators. Thematic or service team leads or members can view, create, and edit service requests for the service they support, according to the region they come from. Consultant management team members have an additional set of permissions to manage the consultants throughout their lifecycle and all related platform functionalities. They can also add consultants to the WISM Service Platform and edit their profiles. Consultants have view and edit rights for all the service requests they are assigned to and have a set of functionalities related within their profiles and information such as expertise, performance, and support. The NSO administrator is usually the international commissioner and/or the official contact person of an NSO, who is automatically granted access to the WISM Service Platform where he or she can request for a service. Administrators help manage the overall platform, from its development to its maintenance. Access. Following the official launch of the WISM services, consultants registered on scout.org have been granted access to the WISM Service Platform. Moving forward, all newcomers will be added to the system once they have been appointed. Access to the WISM Service Platform is available through your scout.org account. If you do not have an account, you must first register on www.scout.org/register. Once you have registered, please send us the confirmation of your registration to services@scout.org or share it on our Slack channel. Share the email address you used with us so we can easily find you. Your access will be granted and confirmed within 48 hours. If you have an account but do not remember your password, click on Forgot Password on www.scout.org/login. Once you have registered, you can log in at services.scout.org using the same username and password. The system will then recognize you. Your profile details. Once logged in, click on your name on the upper right corner and then click on Profile to access your profile. Your profile is composed of 5 sections. They include your profile details, your expertise details, your service assignments details, your performance details, support opportunities. Each of these sections were developed to enable consultants and those supporting them to provide quality services. Your profile details consist of your information, which includes your contact details, the languages you speak, your role, current assignments. As you can see, a number of fields are automatically populated. They include your NSO, country, and corresponding region are set as per the endorsement of your NSO. Your role, consultant, is also defined as of your appointment. Some of you might perform other roles, such as the WISM Assessor for GSAT. You might also be your NSO Administrator on the WISM Service Platform. This will also appear. Your services are based on the training you have undergone or will be trained for. To update your information, click on the Edit button below your profile picture. If you already have a profile picture in your scout.org profile, it will appear here. To edit your profile picture or upload one, click on Upload Image. To edit your contact details, click on Add Contact button. You can add as many contact details as you want. Select your languages in the drop-down menu and click on Add. You can also confirm your current assignments as a volunteer. Once you're done, click on the Save Changes button at the bottom of the page. Your expertise. The Expertise tab displays 4 types of information, which are your agreement with the values and confidentiality statement, consultant training record, mastered dimensions, and areas of expertise. One of the first things you should do once you have updated your profile details is to review and agree with the terms of reference. Please take the time to go over the document, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us via Slack, on services@scout.org, or directly to your service team members. Your consultant training record reflects the steps you have already taken in each of the services you've been selected for, showing the next steps. Next to each service title, you'll find the phase you are in. The phases are Selected, which is the very first step; In Progress, which means that you're currently going through the required initial training; Active, which means that you have gone through the required training and are ready to be assigned as per your availability; Inactive, which means that you have completed your term for that particular service. This record is maintained by the consultant's management team in collaboration with the service leads, which means that these fields are also automatically populated. If you see any issue with the information displayed in your training record, feel free to reach out to us via Slack, on services@scout.org, or directly to your service team members. Your mastered GSAT dimensions are a way for us to define the number of consultants who have expertise in each of our GSAT dimensions, to facilitate the assignment of consultants in the context of a follow-up to a GSAT assessment. You can edit this field and select your mastered dimensions by adding them. Note that you can add a maximum of 4 dimensions, and that this field is not mandatory if you wish to take more time to confirm this information. If you wish to read more about GSAT, you can download the standard GSAT V2 on the corresponding service page. Areas of Expertise allows you to describe your concrete areas of expertise. You can select one of the pre-populated areas of expertise by clicking on the drop-down menu. Service Assignments. The Service Assignment tab displays your availability and service requests. Under Your Availability, you'll be able to view the following. Current Status. This shows whether you're currently available in green or unavailable in red. Set an availability period. Here, you can add the periods where you will not be able to act as a WISM consultant. This prevents you from being assigned to a service request during this period. Note that your first click on the calendar will set the start date of your unavailability, and the second click will set the end date. Unavailable periods. As soon as you enter an unavailable period, this section will be shown in your profile. You can add several unavailable periods. Note that if you enter an unavailable period that includes or starts in the current date, after saving changes, your current status will change from available to unavailable. Your service requests. Here you'll be able to view the details of the service requests that you're currently assigned to or have completed. For each of the services you've been assigned to, you'll be able to view the title, the service and component area, the current phase of the service, the NSA or NSO that requested the service, the date when the service was requested. For complete information about the service, you can click on Details. Performance. Under the Performance tab, you'll be able to track your progression as a consultant and set your own goals for development. Under the Personal Goals tab, a window will pop up when you click on Edit. There, you can share your personal thoughts on 3 main aspects: the added value you can bring to the consultancy work, the desired lessons learned at the end of your consultancy term, skills for the future, or skills you would love to develop during your term as a consultant. Once filled, those personal goals will appear on your profile. You can edit them at all times during your term. Right below, you will find the Personal Progression Monitor. The Personal Progression Monitor feature on the WISM Service platform offers a way for consultants to reflect on their work before and after a service assignment, to think of areas of progression that can be targeted, to monitor their progression from one experience to another. The Personal Progression Monitor is composed of a set of competencies based on the competency framework and associated with a set of behavioral indicators which are displayed when you hover over each competency. Once assigned to a service and before delivering it, you can decide to focus on, for example, providing high-quality services to the NSOs through support to consider flexible and innovative solutions. If on the next service delivery, the identified areas of progress are successfully addressed and change in this area is achieved, you can then record it by selecting one box in the related row. Based on the nature of the service request, you can also decide on one or more areas of focus and confirm more achievements throughout the rows. Note that while this information is available to the consultant management team for the 360 performance review process, this monitor is mainly for personal use and consultants are free to maintain it according to their preferences. Support. Throughout their assignments, consultants can count on different types of support. Consultants' peer support is one of the remote support measures offered during a consultant's active period. Under the Support tab, you may choose to support a peer and request for support from other consultants. If you want to offer support to other peers, tick on the corresponding box. This will allow fellow consultants to find you on the list of consultants offering support and will be able to contact you for it. In addition to offering support, you may be looking for support from other peers. You can also tick the Looking for Support box. If you are looking for support, you'll be able to search for consultants who fit your requirements and add them to your Consultants Whom I Might Need Support From list. You will be able to search for consultants whom are offering support by filtering them according to name, if you already know who you are looking for, service, you can look for fellow consultants for a specific service, availability, you can filter those who are available during the period you need a particular type of support, region, you can search for consultants from a specific region, and language, you can look for consultants who speak a specific language. Once you have filtered them accordingly, click on Search and all consultants matching your criteria will appear. You'll be able to add them to your list by clicking on the Add button. The next step will be to save the changes in your profile, and the selected peer consultants will appear in your list, where you can contact them directly by clicking on the envelope icons appearing next to their names. If you have confirmed your availability to offer support to other consultants, you will also appear in the search engine if you match the search criteria. So, this is how you update your profile. We sincerely hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, do reach out to us via services@scout.org or our consultant Slack channel. You may also contact the service team members at your regional support center. Part 2, how to follow up and report service request. Service request approval and assignment. A service request can be submitted by NSOs or recorded by service team members. Services can be requested through the service menu by clicking on the Request Service button on each service page, or through the Request for Service tab on the upper right corner by selecting the required service from the drop-down menu. As an overview, the service request form includes a number of fields that need to be completed. They include the support area of interest within the selected request, the service request title, the service request background, whether it is new, ongoing, a follow-up, or a second attempt, whether the service request is to be kept confidential, the NSO or NSA contact person, the service request location, the start and end dates as well as its scope, whether the request is a follow-up to a GSAT assessment, whether there are identified partners, including other NSOs or NSAs, whether funding has been identified. Once a service has been submitted, the process of review is initiated and the service request moves to the review phase. Consultants can be assigned as of this phase to contribute to the review of the service request or following the approval of a service request. The way consultants are assigned is through the Consultants tab, which appears during the review phase of a service request, and where a search engine is available for service teams to find the right consultants for the service requested. Consultants can be found based on their name, the languages they speak, the services, or even their availabilities. Once the needed filters have been entered, a list of consultants responding to their search criteria will appear on the screen. Each consultant's profile can be consulted through the ID card icon. Once you're assigned to a service, you will be able to access the service request forms with some edit rights to follow it up. Service request approval and follow-up. Next to the service request form and consultants tab, you will find the Updates and Actions tab, where you can discuss the progress of the service request, add attachments, schedule next actions, or record actions you have already performed. This part can be edited by the consultant and by the NSO requesting for the service. The objective of this tab is to keep each other updated and keep a record of the actions, which will ultimately reduce the number of communications via emails. Going back to the initial Service Request Form tab, if you have been assigned to a service in the review phase, This will involve you in the discussions with the NSO and the service team member or lead to further define the request scope before the service is approved. Once the service request is approved, it moves from the under review to the ongoing phase. Note: it is important to note that notifications are still being developed. Until this function is activated, WISM Service Platform administrators will be using the internal email system to inform you of new requests and follow-up actions. While the service team member from your region will contact you when you are about to be assigned to a service, we recommend that you visit the WISM Service Platform and your service dashboard regularly. Once the service request is approved and reaches its starting date, it goes in the ongoing phase. This is the phase during which service is being delivered. Once all the parties involved are connected, they can update each other through the Updates and Actions tab, which will allow visibility on the progress made. Note: all NSO International Commissioners and official contacts who are already registered on scout.org are given access to the WISM Service Platform. We, however, believe that some time will be needed before NSO officials are able to meet on the platform, and many of the services will most probably be requested by the service team members on their behalf. Based on this, you might therefore be assigned to provide services to NSOs that are yet to access the WISM Service Platform. In this case, you will be supported to ensure that they get the right guidance to access the WISM Service Platform. And if that does not materialize, or if access to the internet is limited, an offline version of the service request forms will be shared with you. Service request completion. Once your service request reaches its end date, it will move to the evaluation phase, and 3 additional tabs will appear: Report, Evaluation, Experience. Report. The Report tab has 6 sections to help you to report on delivered services: Activities Descriptions and Activities Results, Results Sustainability and Lessons Learned, Best Practices from the Service, Budget and Financial Report and Summary. If you entered key performance indicators in the service request form, these will appear at the end of the form so you can report on compliance. As part of your assignment, it is your responsibility to jointly complete the report with the NSO. To make sure we gather all the information needed in the service request reports, all fields were made mandatory, which means that no report can be submitted without being fully completed. Once completed, click on the Save button on the upper right corner. Evaluation. The Evaluation tab contains an evaluation form for each party involved: the NSO evaluation, the consultant's self-evaluation, and the service lead or team member evaluation. NSO evaluation. Once the report is completed, the NSO will be invited to evaluate the service. The evaluation questions relate to the overall process, the service quality, and the consultant's performance. The NSO evaluation tab is made up of 12 questions. There are 10 questions to be rated on a scale of 1 to 5 stars, with 1 being the lowest, not at all satisfied, the whole service needs improvement, and 5 the highest, extremely satisfied, nothing to improve further. When a question is rated 2 stars and below, the comment field becomes mandatory to enable feedback and follow-up. There is 1 open-ended question to gather general feedback and another satisfaction-related question on the likelihood that the NSO will recommend the service to another NSO. If the contact person of the targeted NSO or NSAs does not have access to the platform, offline versions in Microsoft Word format are available. You can email those documents to them and record on their behalf. The offline version of the service request forms are available in the information package shared via this tutorial. Consultant self-evaluation. Once the report is completed, you will also be invited to submit your self-evaluation on the service you provided. The evaluation questions relate to the overall process of delivery, the service quality, and the NSO responsiveness. The NSO evaluation tab is made up of questions. There are 11 questions to be rated on a scale from 1 to 5 stars, with 1 being the lowest, not at all satisfied, and 5 being the highest, extremely satisfied. 2 open-ended questions to provide comments for improvement and self-assess the skills you need to improve on. To finalize the self-evaluation, click on Submit Evaluation. Service Lead Evaluation. Lastly, the Service Lead Evaluation adds a third perspective to the evaluation. Experience. Under the last tab, an experience report should be filled with the information on the service itself and any achievements, together with the NSO. The report should include testimony, photos, and contact details so that other NSOs can get more information if necessary. Experience reports will be reviewed by the communications team, who will decide whether they can be shared on the page of the relevant service. If the request is to be kept confidential, this report will not be requested. Only when all tabs are filled up can the service request be closed by the service lead or a service team member by clicking on the Close button on the upper right corner. So, this is how you follow up and report on service requests. We sincerely hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, please reach out to us via services@scout.org, our consultant Slack channel, or the service team members in your regional support center.